Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim coming to you from the Crasher here in Sarasota, Florida. Welcome to Morning Chat. Got a cup of coffee going here. I got a fresh pot made right there. And we've got a cooking show this morning, thanks to a subscriber. But first, he has to slurp on a little bit of coffee. I got the gold this morning right over there on top of the Maxwell house. I hope you guys are watching on big screen. That's the best cup of coffee I've ever drank in my life. This gold is amazing. With that heavy whipping cream. You got to try it. Really, really good coffee. Heavy whipping cream. So now, I had a subscriber donate to the Buy Me a Coffee Fund. The Buy Me a Coffee Fund is a donation account that you can support. A lot of YouTubers have those kind of things, what they call Patreon. They got different names. They're simply a donation fund that you can use out of your generosity to support the channel for whatever reason you want. To take a trip, to get something like an egg cooker, to buy some coffee, or to buy somebody else a coffee. It all goes to good use. It's not to pay rent or anything like that. I've got money. But some people do choose to use the Buy Me a Coffee Fund. If you're new to my channel, if you look in the description of all of my videos, except half of them, because I'm really bad about putting it in there. But I was pretty good lately. I went in there and added it. You can click on that link and it'll take you to a place where you can give me money. That's really what it is. But people donate like $5 or something like that, and I'll go buy a cup of coffee. But generally, I'll buy a cup of coffee for someone else as well. So don't be afraid to use it. It's all good to pay it forward. We feel good about being generous. I'm generous. You're generous. The last thing I'll say before we begin the video is please check to see that you are subscribed to my channel. We had a lot of subscriptions go down when, I don't know if it was talking about politics or if it ticked off a lot of people that were subscribers of mine. It could be a combination of both. But a lot of YouTubers have been sharing on their channels that they are losing subscribers too. So the only thing that we can do as a YouTuber is to simply ask you in the community if you would be so kind to make sure you are subscribed. It doesn't cost anything. Another word to use would be that you are following the channel. And what that does for the YouTuber is it just gives him a bragging right of how many subscribers or followers he or she has. And YouTube will also acknowledge and reward the YouTube creator with a plaque if you get to 100,000 subscribers or followers. So again, it doesn't cost you anything. Quite a few people have been watching me for a couple of years. I know one in particular has been watching me since the outset when I started making videos about my Toyota 4Runner, and he has stuck with me through everything. And he's also become a good friend. And I know there's others out there as well. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. We have a wonderful community here. It's a great group of people, mostly probably people my age, while we do have all ages. My demographics are definitely people that maybe are getting close to collecting Social Security. They're in their 50s or even older. I haven't really checked the analytics to see what age, but I welcome anybody. Anyone that wants to watch the channel, because it's not an old person's channel. We talk about everything. It's just vlogging my life of what I'm doing. And it's kind of an extension of family to me. And I love everyone that's part of it. Everybody gives me a lot of encouragement and support through the comment section. So if you would consider subscribing, there's always going to be a different video. Today, we're golfing. I've got a 10:30 tee time, so I'll be down at the golf course about 9:30, warming up, practicing around on the putting green in the chipping area. and maybe go to the driving range and hit a few balls, a small bucket. And we're going to play some golf today, and I'll try to bring you a video of a few shots. I got a deal on Golf Now, and there was an opening for one player. So if they stick me with people, because it's a busy day, and because it is morning, that's generally their busiest time here in Florida. People like to get out before it gets hot. It's not as hot as it was a month or so ago, but it's still quite warm. And if that's the case, I don't want to be rude or make anybody uncomfortable videoing. So we'll see how that goes. But I'll definitely video from the course, the chipping green, the putting green, the driving range, or something like that. But we'll definitely start golfing a lot more. It got into my blood the other day that I had a couple of doctor's appointments that came up the day after, so I couldn't go. And now I have nothing in my schedule to stop me. That's the best cup of coffee I ever drank in my life. Folks, we love coffee around here. So anyway, please check your subscription. And the final request would be, if you wouldn't mind giving the video a thumbs up. Now that really does help over anything else. And so if I get 1,000 views, let's see 1,000 thumbs up. If I get 5,000 views, let's see 5,000 thumbs up. But only if you like the video. All right, folks, let's begin the morning chat now. And let's talk about what this morning is about. It's about this little gizmo right here. It came in a bigger box that this was in. And then after I took it out of the box, as promised by the subscriber that got this for me, he actually told me to order it on Amazon. He made a donation on the Buy Me a Coffee Fund, and I bought it immediately. Some people like to send me things themselves. I will be procuring a mailing address very soon for the holidays if you would like to send cards and letters or very modest, inexpensive gifts that you think that I might want. Because people like to do that on the holidays, and I appreciate it very much. All right, so this, let me turn the camera around and show you what we got. I've read the owner's manual. I know all about it. It's an amazing little thing. We're going to cook some eggs, and it does more than hard-boiled eggs. Check it out. All right, welcome back. So this is the Dash. Let me get my glasses. I should have been more prepared. Here we go. If you're new to my channel, I have glaucoma, so I have a little difficulty seeing, especially out of my left eye. Okay, here we go. Rapid egg cooker, and look how small it is. This is so perfect. I mean, I can put it in a drawer if I don't want to leave it out here on the counter. And what do you get with it? Well, you plug it in, and there's a power button right here, and it talks about don't unplug it or plug it in until you're ready. And when it's done, don't unplug it, use the power button. So you have a little lid here that locks on. It talks about do not lock on. This is just to hold everything in there. There's a little edge right here that locks in. It says leave it unlocked when you're using it, making your eggs. So, boom, take it off. It's got a little vent hole here. And then this is kind of cool. It has a little measuring on here for hard-boiled, mild, soft, omelet, and poached. What's omelet and poached? I'm going to explain. And you put the water in here to the level. Let me take everything out and show you first all these little accessories. It's very cool. So this gets hot, as you can imagine, right? You fill up the water depending on what you're going to do. Let's say we're going to make boiled eggs. So we want them soft, medium, or hard. There's a little line there if you can't see it. You pour that in. You simply put this right there, and you place an egg. Let me get some eggs out, and I'll show you. Says times can be a little longer if you get the super big eggs, which I don't buy. But eggs all have a pointy end and a bigger end. Is the bigger end Here's the pointy end. And it talks about placing them like that. But there's more. Wait, there's more. This has something different. This has a little thing you take off and a poker. It actually wants you to pierce the top of the egg. So when you place it back in there, it's not going to pour out in there, or possibly. So you pierce the large part of the egg like that. And then you place it in. And then you cover it. And like I said, you don't lock it. Just place it on there. Push the button. And we will put the water amount that we want. And I like a soft-boiled egg or a medium-boiled egg. I like a hard-boiled egg too. But I'm kind of intrigued with the soft. But before I do it, let me show you what else this thing can do. So you have these levels of water that you pour in. Okay. And so that's the egg situation. Place that right there for a minute. What are these? And what is this? This actually goes in here, and you can twist it to lock it, just so you can lift that up easy. But I think that once it's cooled down, you know, I may not need to use that much. So this always stays in. And here's two more things. Now these don't go together. That's what I was thinking in the beginning. I was like, what is that? A lid for that? It says, do not place these on here. See, this is not even on here. This is elevated. These little stems there, right here. These little tits there. And so you don't want anything to touch that. But you put that in there. This is for poached eggs. You lay it on top. You crack. First you oil it. Butter or olive oil or whatever you want to do. Spray it with some Pam, whatever you like. Place it on there. Crack an egg there. Crack an egg there. Remember, don't lock it, and lay it on there. Press the button. When you take it off, you got poached eggs. Okay? Let's say you want an omelet. You whisk you up some little, an egg or two. I don't know if it'll hold two. It probably will. And then you whisk them up. You lay that on top of this and put the lid back on and push the button. When it's done, it means the water is completely evaporated, and a little music sound, it says. It actually makes a little music sound, starts to play, and then you turn the button off. It says when it's over, do not unplug it, because by unplugging it, it does something about resetting the temperature. So always use the button. All right? So this morning, we're going to go ahead and do the hard-boiled egg. I mean, for breakfast, it would be nice to have a poached egg. And, you know, I got butter or margarine or olive oil. I can put whatever I want, a little paper towel or something, and just so it's greased. But I'm intrigued about this poking. You don't do that when you boil them in water, do you? It doesn't say anything about poking your egg. So let's first put some water in, and I'm going to go for a soft-boiled egg. I'm going to see how soft it really makes it. And that's right there. So let me put some water in. And by the way, my glue did not work on my spigot here. So let's see. I'm a little high there. Let me pour some out. I need a little bit more. I went a little short. Okay. That's medium. There's very little difference between soft and medium. So I'll pour a little bit more water out. It's pretty good. All right, so we have it correct. It doesn't take much more water to rise it up to the medium. Anyway, I have it on soft. Pour the water right in there. Just like that. Place that on there. We're going to go ahead and pierce our egg. Talks about from the top, cold eggs. So let's see how this works. Oh. Oh, I'm so blind. That's the cap. Here's the little poker. All right, so here's what we do. We just stick it on here and hold it so it doesn't break all of my hand. Is that it? Is that the extent of it? Did it go all the way through? I don't think it did. Oh, there we go. We have a tiny little hole. Now, isn't that something? Look at that. Just the tiniest little thing. Let's place it here. It talks about 2 to 3 eggs with that amount of water. So we'll do 3. We'll do 3. We're going to have to obviously stop the recording and come back. Here we go. I'll pierce another one for you. And once it gets in there, it makes the perfect little tiny hole. All right, so we'll place this one here. And let's see if we have good luck again. It's a little hard in the beginning, and you're afraid it's going to... There it goes. And another precise pinhole. So far, so good. Now, the little lid goes on here to protect you from poking your finger on the poker there. We'll set this aside, put it up on the box here, and the little thing. Let's plug it in. Okay, and put the lid on without locking it, and press the button. Oh, you have to click it. There's a little clicker. And there you go. And it talks about the time. Obviously, it's going to be less for soft boil. And how does it know the time? You don't have to set a timer. This is the great thing about this little thing. Because based on the amount of water I put in, once the water is evaporated, it sounds the timer because it senses there's no water and it starts calling you. If I have more water in there, it's going to take longer. And so that's why it's precise measurements. You know, I guess we'll have to see how it goes with trial and error. We might just end up, if the soft is too soft, we'll go to the medium right here. I hear it already. You listen to that? It's pretty quick. Now this is already very, very nice because unlike a pot, you got to get out and water and add salt and do all these things. This is just a little bit of water, and it's so cute and small. And the eggs are going to be easy to get. There's nothing to lay them down into water with a spoon and everything like that. And I think that piercing really makes a difference. And we'll find out what the sound is about once that water's evaporated. But right now, I want to show you another issue that I have with my sink. Now, I love my camper. And I've had, 2 problems now. 3. One, the sink in the bathroom underneath was dripping water. And when I first got it, I was like, that's really bad. That's really bad. So I panicked. Hang on a second. Oh, man, that's good. You got a fresh pot there. Let's just warm it up a little bit. Lid up. Just a little splash there to we don't have to add any more cream. And let's taste it. Oh yes. Oh yes. Best cup of coffee I ever drank in my life. So the water leak, apparently what happened was I thought there was a loose clamp, a crimp. They got these little rubber hoses that come from the bottom of the spigots down underneath here. Motorhome stuff, And turns out, when you turn this on and shut it off, the water in the valve system in here, I'm talking about my bathroom sink now, but I'm just using this for an example. Apparently it wasn't the hose at all. Water was dripping down the hose, but those hoses have a different kind of a clamp. It's not a screw on with a screwdriver. It's a crimped clamp. They're really on there. And I got to talking to somebody in Jacksonville where I used to live. And it turns out that the rubber gasket in the valve system, like in here somewhere, probably wasn't seated. And through the pressure of the water coming in from the outside into the coach, it eventually popped it up or something and seated it. And it was ever so slightly leaking. It wasn't bad. And it didn't leak all the time. But apparently, you know, it found its way to seating. And I've never, ever had another drop underneath my sink. I'd laid towels down there because, look, the worst thing you could hope for would be, is for the whole thing to blow and all this water. So I was shutting the water off on the outside. I was panicked. You'd have to take the coach to the dealer. I live in it. What are they going to do? It's just a simple hose. How can I fix it? So that was fixed. The next problem I've ever had, this is 1 year this month that I've owned this Flagstaff FKBS. It's a 25 footer. And 25 foot 11 inches to be exact on the outside from the ball hitch to the rear bumper. So in here you probably got about, 23 feet. All right. The next thing I had was my sliding barn door from the bedroom to the bathroom. That was my fault driving, going over the worst roads in America like I-40, and it bounced up and down, and it has a little track that these wheels run across so you can slide the door. And it popped out. It opened up the little aluminum cheap metal track up there. And one of my subscribers and I actually fixed it. I stayed at his house up in Georgia, and we just hammered it up there. And now when I travel, I just make sure that it is locked back with a little strap, and I place something underneath the bottom of the door so that it can't come down. And it's been fine. I have no more issues. I just went to Georgia and back. Everything is fine. So I fixed that myself without going to the dealer. The third thing that's broke that I've had an issue with, and boy, these are major problems, aren't they? Is this right here. Where are you? Come out. Okay. This is a metal handle that goes in this hole. And you screw it in. And it looks like it would just screw in. You could just screw it in tight. And you get there. And it just keeps screwing. It's stripped. And so this is how you supposed to turn the water off and on. But this is like, look at that. I said, what's going on here? So I took it out. It won't pull straight out. You still have to unscrew it a little bit. So I don't want to mess with it too much. And this is metal. And this is metal. So I went to Walmart to get some JB Weld after dealing with this now for a couple of weeks. And I made a video last night and I could not see, and I had a gentleman trying to help me, and I didn't get JB Weld. I got something different. It's just like glue. Well, I've tried the plumber's tape and a few things by your suggestions and ideas I've had of my own to get this thing to work. Because now, here's what I have to do. I have to go like this. And, I want the lever. And I don't like that hole there. So I'm going to get JB Weld. I'm going to take my glasses into Walmart. And I'm going to get something that sticks to metal. Because the glue I bought, I put it on there. It took just a dab. I don't want to make a mess. And it said to let it sit for 24 hours. It was on there for 12. And it wasn't even close to working. So I just took it out, cleaned all the glue off. and it's back to not fixed yet. And so that's my third and only problem I've had with this coach. And so that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Now, let's have some more of this delicious coffee. I figure if I yammer long enough, listen. All right, let's get over here. It says do not unplug it. Okay, and then look, this is not hot at all. Look at that, folks. Put that right here. And how am I going to get that without burning my hand and cool it off? Stop the cooking. I know what I'll do. I have a little bowl here that I can use. Hang on, bear with me. I know that I left you hanging there. Here we go. Here we go, folks. I actually have some ice. I could give it an ice bath. Now remember, these are soft boiled. So let's just place that in there. How about that, huh? Well, I got to buy some ice. I don't have an ice making refrigerator, so this is what we do. So let's just take this, put some water in here with my broken sink spigot. Place that there. That is very warm, very warm. So what I'll do is I'll cheat so I don't burn my hands. And I'll place it in there. They are very warm. I like this little thing. What do you think? You think it's going to work? We're going to find out. And then I'm really excited about trying the little poached egg, and of course the omelet. You could put a little cheese in there, and it actually showed some other things that you can use this for besides the eggs. Let me share that with you real quick while those cool down a minute. We're going to find out how easy they peel. But look at this. It talks about in this recipe book that came with it. I really do appreciate the subscriber that sent me the gift. Okay, so here's a recipe guide. You can make deviled eggs, but beyond the eggs, egg salad, you know, all this stuff, you can cook the eggs up. Here we go. Look at these, almost like a quiche or something. Here we go. Raw broccoli florets, asparagus halves, salmon, raw shrimp, dumplings, frozen edamame? What is that? And frozen corn are some additional things that likely you can put into this one here and then cover up. So I like the idea of the broccoli. If I ever get off this carnivore diet and I can eat vegetables again. So it's really a cute little cooker. I can provide the link in the description of the video here if you'd like to get one on Amazon. And if you use, that was another thing, if you use my Amazon link in the description of my videos or the Amazon link that I'll provide for this, you get one. It doesn't cost you one more penny, and yet I get a few pennies from Jeff Bezos on everybody that uses my Amazon link to buy anything, like whatever you want to buy for your family or yourself, something for your motorhome, whatever. When you shop on Amazon, if you use my link or any other favorite YouTuber you have that's an Amazon affiliate, they actually get a little commission, a credit. It's not much per person, but you know, if you have 177,613 beautiful souls watching you, and everybody buys something on Amazon for a few bucks, it can add up. And so you see, everybody's trying to make it in this world, and we're trying to make it, and we want you to make it, and we want everybody to make it. So let's help each other out if we can, especially when it doesn't cost you anything, except to buy me a coffee. That'll cost you. And don't mess with it if you don't have any extra money for that. That's just for certain people that like to donate to. They got it. They want to share. Fine. All right. Now, let's see. That water's cold. That water's cold. That egg feels cold already. So why not attempt to crack one? All right, here we go. This is the way I'd like to try it. Crack that in. Crack that in. Crack it all around. All right, let's see how easy this works. Are you with me? So far so good, folks. You don't want to start pulling the white off. That's the problem that I have, is another thing I can't see. My glasses are sitting right there on the table. See, I got some white there. Maybe they need to cool off more to get the shell to come off better. This is the most tedious thing about boiled eggs. I've been lucky before where I've peeled them, and the eggshell just comes right off. Once you get it going, here we go. Got a little. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, slow down. Got a little bit of the white there. Take it easy. What we want to do is we want to cut this egg and see how soft she is. There's a little film that's part of the eggshell that you do want. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Look at that, baby. Huh? Oh, see, that's that little film you want to get off. There you go. Nice and clean. So now, let's absolutely take some china out. Got some china right here. Let's move this out of the way. Let's get us a knife. And let's cut it in half and just see how accurate pretty good. You can see that there is a slight color that would show you that it is still slightly soft in the yolk. So you could even use a little less water if you want it more runny. And now for the taste test. Let's put a little of this salt and pepper. And I have the pink salt that I was recommended by the community to start using. It's this Himalayan or whatever it is, pink salt. Put a little granules on there, a little pepper. Oh boy. I like pepper though. So let's try it out for breakfast. I can certainly eat all three of those. Folks, I believe I favor this softer yolk in the middle than a very firm hard-boiled egg. Now, I'll eat anything, but I do favor that a lot. In fact, that's the best hard-boiled egg I've ever eaten in my life. Really. These are small eggs. That's probably why, I mean, it's still a soft yolk, but it's not as soft as I was thinking it might turn out to be. These are tiny eggs, so they cooked quick. But it really is the best hard-boiled egg I've ever eaten in my life. I'll tell you what makes it good. Chase it down with a swallow. Now that's good. Part of the carnivore diet, folks. The Dash Rapid Egg Cooker. You can find it on Amazon. You just search for it. It's right at 20 bucks. I think it's 18 or something like that. Very, very inexpensive. And you get these extra things here that you can cook with it. And I love the little piercing of the egg. That's really what made it. Now, before we go, let's just see. These have been sitting. If I have any better luck with shelling one more of these eggs. Okay. Let's just get you down here. Sorry. Just wanted to get you at a real good angle here. Let's see if we just crack the shell a little better, if that makes a difference. Some people talk about rolling them like this. I used to run them under water and the shell would come right off. And that's always been a good way. There's our little hole that we pierce. There's a little air pocket there. I think it's a good idea to start there at the top of the egg, the fat part. Oh my goodness, it's coming apart real easy. Look at this, folks. We have success. And there's that little skin behind the shell that is sticking to the shell now that comes off with it, leaving an easy peeling action. Cracking the egg and then rolling it slightly did help. Look at this. Look at this, folks. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Now I got a little bit of the white there. I got a little greedy. Pulled a little bit of my white off. But that is perfect. A beautiful egg. Let's cut it. Take a look at it on the inside. See, the consistency is perfect with all three of those eggs, with the slightly raw looking color and then the harder yolk color. So they all cooked equally the same. And I did stop the cooking immediately with that ice water. I think that is a good idea. So I'm going to enjoy these alone. Put a little pepper there, more of my pink Himalayan. And I'm going to make some more coffee. Another cup. I've already got it made. I hope you guys enjoyed morning chat. We didn't talk about other things, but I did promise to do a tutorial and show my egg cooker here. And I want to thank the subscriber once again for your generosity, and I will be using it proudly for a long time. And I love eggs, so if you like eggs, I recommend you get one. And you can put up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6 eggs, a half a dozen eggs. And look how quick that was. Then you can cook you another one. And when Easter comes, you got a good way to do it there too. All right, everybody, get out there today and crush it.